All right, now let's talk about what our costs per ounce are for the two different yields from these kegs. All right. Remember, well, we looked up on the web how much a keg of beer costs. So we found for a keg of Budweiser or Miller right in there about $109, something like that. We're just going to make it $100. Obviously, if it's a higher end beer, you're going to be paying more per keg. But let's just use $100, okay, for this. So if we have $100 is our cost, and at 70% yield, how many ounces am I serving? 1,388, right? So if I divide $100 by 1,388 ounces, what is my cost per ounce?
7 cents.
It's about 7 cents. Okay? Equals 7 cents per ounce. All right. What is my cost if I'm using the 98% yield, and now I'm getting what did I say, 1,944?
Yeah.
4 ounces. Okay. So we have $100 divided by 1,944 ounces. What is my cost per ounce?
5 cents.
About 5 cents. You know, we're rounding a little bit, but it's about 5 cents. Okay, so it's quite a bit of difference there. Now let's look at this compared to the national average. Remember, we said that nationally, the average was $4 in selling price per beer, right? Remember that? $4 per beer selling price. Okay, and what was my cost per draft beer average nationally? Remember, it was $1. Okay, what's $1 divided by $4 equals 25%. All right, so let's do this. Let's take the 7 ounces, 7 cents per ounce, times 16 ounces. All right, and what do we get? We multiply 7 times 16.
$1.12.
$1.12. Okay, $1.12 divided by $4. Okay, which is our average selling price, is how much?
28%.
28%. So we're at 28%. So our costs are higher than the average. All right. Well, when we sell this keg of beer, and we only have a 70% yield. Now let's look down here. We have a cost of 5 cents per ounce times 16. What's that? 90 or 80? 80. Right. 5 cents. Yeah. It's 80 cents per 16 ounce beer. 5 cents an ounce times 16 ounces is 80 cents per beer, divided by $4. And what's that give us? That gives us 20%. So we're dropping our cost percentages per glass of beer by 8%, from 28% to 20%. And we're going from being 3% above the national average to 5% below the national average. Now remember, we're doing this times 16 ounces. There would not be 16 ounces of solid beer in a pint because of the head and the foam, that kind of stuff. So your cost would actually be a little bit lower. So that's where the money is going in this place, and that's where they're having trouble.